Hi, Javier. Hi, Jace. I'm doing fine. How about you? That's good. Just taking my break. So I gotta be here. Yes, I do. I am actually working right now. I'm just taking my break. Driving a truck like this one. Yeah, they are big rigs. Just keep your distance, man. Don't go close to them because they cannot stop fast as a car. Just keep your distance. There is one. David, I'm taking my 10-hour break, so I drove pretty much all day, so he's going back out on the road. Yeah, some drivers are leaving, some drivers are starting the shift, some drivers are finishing the shift, some drivers are waiting. See, this one is coming in. So every truck has a different story. No, I started it like an hour ago because I'm done with my shift for the day, so I gotta wait till the morning. So in the morning I'm gonna start my shift, go do my delivery and go home. It's 10 hours. I can drive 11 hours and then I have to take 10 hours break. So I'm gonna stay here until the morning. I'm gonna stay here until the morning. Well, I drove all day. I started this morning at 6 in the morning and I finished maybe an hour ago. So I drove all day. I was working all day. So now it's time to relax until the morning. And then once I wake up in the morning, I'll go finish my delivery and go home. You just got out of school. Stay in school, man. School is really important. Stay in school. They got pretty much everything here. They got stores, they got fast food restaurants, so I'm in a good spot. There's Walmart, gas stations everywhere, so I sometimes live when I'm driving, so but yeah, I sometimes live when I'm on my break, but I do also live like when I'm driving and so people can see where I'm going and so they can see different states, different cities, what I'm dealing with, not just me, with all the drivers. This is one busy street. Oh yeah, I've been in a traffic jam many times. Matter of fact, I was in New York City 2 days ago. I was in New York City with my truck, and you know how New York City is with traffic. So you drive 5 miles for like 45 minutes, 1 hour. So every time I'm in a big city, there's a traffic jam. But I've been through it all, man. I'm driving for about 19 years, so 20 years. So I've been every day. I'm in traffic jams every day. There's always something going on the roads, either an accident, construction, road work. So I'm pretty much every day in a traffic jam. Sometimes less, sometimes longer. It depends. But that's something you gotta deal with. If you're driving the truck, that's expected every day. Sometimes I go for a couple of days with no traffic jams, but that's when I'm driving out west, when there is no big cities. But if I'm on the East Coast, it's pretty much every day. And we got a cop, probably looking who's going fast. Yeah, I drive west too. I was 2 weeks ago. I was in Idaho, Boise, and then after that I went down to LA, California. So, and then from California I came to Chicago. I am in Peoria, Illinois. Let's see if this guy's gonna catch somebody speeding or run a light. Well, I do travel a lot because it's my job. I don't travel because I want to, it's the job. Ah, look at that nice truck. Hi there, welcome. Now that is a nice truck. Look at this. I deliver everything, man. I deliver water, I deliver food, I deliver everything that people need, man. Now that is a beauty, man. Look at that. Look at that beauty truck. Yeah, this guy is hauling fuel. I am in Peoria, Illinois, so just south of Chicago. And that guy is leaving. He's probably starting a shift. Oh yeah, I've been in Florida many times. It's 5:13 here in the daytime. I was in Miami, I was in Orlando, I was in Tampa, I was in whole Florida. Yeah, I've been on the beach too. I've been on in Clearwater. I've been down in Miami, Fort Myers, Daytona Beach. I was everywhere, man. I go to Florida maybe every week, every other week. Depends when they need stuff. My name is Mike. I like Florida. I like to go to Florida, man. But it's just too many cars, too many people down there. It's always traffic in the big cities. Thank you, Jace. Good night to you too. Yeah, Jace, I will be every time I go out west, every time I go, some cool places, I usually do a live so people can see. Okay, man, take it easy. You too, man. Take care. Bye. Damn, that is a lot of FedEx trucks. My negative place where I don't like to be. I don't like New York. New York is too much people. There is always traffic. People always going somewhere. But now it's okay. Look at that beauty. Yeah, only cars. People are going home from the work. People are going to the store. Yeah, truck are traveling all the way everywhere. This one is just beautiful. It's 35 in the city, it's 70 on the highway. I I can't make out what you're asking. I can understand. Sorry. This guy is waiting to pass somebody, either for speed or run a light. What's it gonna be? Speeding or somebody run a light? I'd say run a light. He's waiting to get somebody busted. For traffic rules of America, it's pretty much same as everywhere else in the world. It's pretty much same. Come on, who's gonna run the light first? This guy is just waiting for somebody. He can do two things at once. He can check the speed, and he can get somebody to run a red light. So he's in a good spot, and he's hiding behind the bush for the people that come from this side. I am not sleeping yet. I'm gonna sleep later. I'm not tired yet, so maybe in 3-4 hours I go to sleep. I cannot sleep in the daytime. I only can sleep when it's dark, when it's night. There is no way I can sleep during the day. Some people can sleep during the day, but I just can't. What is Tamil? Where's Tamil at? I'm not sure. Everybody is behaving today. Nobody is speeding, nobody is running the light. So this guy might have to wait for a little bit here. Okay, have a good night. You're welcome. Take care. Did he get somebody? Maybe. Bye. I think he might have, he's gonna bust that silver car. That is a nice Challenger. Let's do some truck spotting. These guys are from Canada. And the cop is back. Hey, at least we got protection for the night. So usually he comes back, parks over here behind the bush, and he's probably catching the speed. People that come from this way, they come down, they don't see him behind the bush, and he nails them. And at the same time, he can also watch the red light. Whoever runs the red light, he's gonna bust him. But what a sneaky move, hiding behind the bush. So let's see how long it's gonna take for him to get the next one. I give it 5 minutes. Because last time he was here for like 5 minutes before he went after somebody. And there's another one. Let's see if he's gonna join him. And there he goes. Not even 5 minutes. Let's see. And he'll be back once he gives him, once he writes him up, he'll be back. That didn't take long. But it is a nice spot though, I'm not gonna lie. Park here behind this bush. Usually people that come from this side, they have no idea who's waiting, he's waiting there, so. There goes JB Hunt. There was another challenger. What's with these challengers today, man? They're everywhere. I am in Peoria, Illinois, big dog, doing my break. I'm just watching the cars being nailed by the cops. He usually waits here by the bush, so he just got somebody like a couple of minutes ago. He went after him, so that's like the third guy already. So I'm just having a blast watching the cop nail the cars, either for speed or for run the light. Usually he hides right here by the bush, and people that come from the north, they have no clue he's waiting there. So hi, Allison. And there he is. There he is. Now he's gonna come here, park by the bush, and wait for the next victim. So he already nailed 3 cars. Let's see how long it's gonna take for the next one. I give it 5 minutes. But see, he's right behind the bush, so there's no way for the people that come from this road, there's no way they can see him. I am in Peoria, Illinois, Allison, right south of Chicago. So let's see how long is it gonna take for him to bust the next one. Come on, man, you're blocking my view. Last time he was waiting for like 2-3 minutes. He went after somebody. Let's see how long is it gonna take this time. Thank you, Allison. Take care. God damn, man, slow down. You're in the parking lot, you're not out on the highway. Imagine he takes the cop with him. That would be funny. Come on, who's gonna be next? I think he's getting him for the speed because, like I said, the people that come from this road, they come down, they have no way to see him because of this bush. So I think he's nailing them for the speed. Now let's see how long it's gonna take for the next victim. I think the speed limit here is like 30 miles an hour, so I know when I came in it was 30. And there he goes. See, told you guys, not even 5 minutes. He already got the next guy. So so this is the fourth guy in 30 minutes. Look at this beauty. Look at that. Come on, UPS, move out of the way. Now that is a beast right there. What a nice truck, man. There's another Challenger. This is already the fourth one. Slow down, Schneider. So let's see how long is it going to take the cop to come back. He busted like 4 cars within 30 minutes. It's crazy. There goes a flatbed. This sure is a busy place. God damn, people are driving like down the highway. And there he is. Let's see who they're gonna nail next. It took him about almost 10 minutes to do his inspection, so let's see if he's gonna come back to his old spot. I think they went inside to grab a drink or something, so they'll be back. But that is one sneaky cop, I tell you that. He parks right behind the bush, and for the people that come down this way, there's no way for them to see him. Let's see if he's gonna come back to his old spot right there by the bush. Like I said, he already nailed 4 cars within 25-30 minutes, so it's been working for him, so he might come back for another one. Let's see. Boy, there's sure a lot of FedEx trucks around here. Probably have their own terminal somewhere back there behind the Walmart. I've seen like 20 trucks of FedEx. Yeah, they probably have their warehouse somewhere back there. FedEx is sure active here. There's another one. Come on, where's the cop? I want to see some more action. He may have had enough. We'll see. There he is. Look at this beast. That is a nice Kenworth, I tell you that. Just beautiful. Boy, there's sure a lot of pickup trucks here, man. Every other car is pickup truck. But this sure is a one busy town, I tell you that. For a town this size, there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of traffic. Actually, I'm east, Rule 17. I am not that far from Mississippi. I'm about 100 miles from Mississippi River. I am in Peoria, Illinois, which is about 100 miles from Iowa, 100 miles from the Mississippi River, so you're close. There's another pickup truck. What's with these pickup trucks here, man? Are they giving them out free over here or what? Is that the cop? Let's find out. Let's see if he's gonna come park here behind the bush. It might not be the same guy though. We'll see. No, that's a different guy. I think the guy that waits here by the bush, I think he's still inside of the gas station, probably getting lunch. So, or probably doing a break or something. But he sure had success. Every time he parked here, not even 5 minutes, he goes and busts somebody for the speed. So let's see if he's gonna come back. But it's been fun though, watching him bust some cars for the speed. But it is a busy busy intersection, so people are going to the store. There's a Walmart, there's an Aldi, so it is a busy area. So people might, rush and not pay attention, and he sits right here and just gets them. Well, let's see if he's gonna come back for some more. And there's another FedEx. It's been a while since a truck pulled in here, so let's see when the next truck is gonna pull in. What's up, Trump? Why we can't dream big, so we gotta go to jail? I am in Peoria, Illinois, just south of Chicago. I've been watching this cop. He's been sitting here behind this bush, as I was saying. He was sending guys Sure, go ahead. Cause my drinks are pretty warm. I need some ice though. I can use some ice to cool off my beverages. Trump, you gotta no comment. You gotta work on these gas prices, man. They're through the roof. What's going on over there at the government? You guys put their foot on the throat and you guys won't step off. Come on, man. These gas prices needs to go down. Do something. How about this truck? Is this truck gay? Looks like he's got a headache. How about this one right here? Damn, everybody's gay, obviously. Come on, man, get these gas prices down to $2.50 at least, so people can, you know. I just came out of New York and they are charging almost $5 a gallon over there. $2.59 works, yeah. What about this truck? Is he gay? Alright, man, I'll give you a week. Yeah, I saw that. What about this guy? I guess 70 cents all miles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You almost flipped that son of a bitch. You see that? Zero F's given, man. That could have been a disaster, man. So what's new in the office? Any news in the White House? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a shitty company, man. I agree. You don't want to work for them. They got bad reviews. They will run you pretty much. You gotta run on a split sleeper with them. They'll never give you like 10 hours off. So you always they're using pretty much a split sleeper, every day. So you never get like 10-hour rest, and you never pretty much do a reset 70-hour. So they got the drivers running pretty much every day, which is insane. I don't know how people can handle it. That is one shitty company, I gotta admit. Yeah, but not all of them do. There are some idiots out there, There are some idiots out there that they are driving on like 2-3 hour rest, which is not cool. Hi, Bing Bang. Welcome. Yeah, I know. I personally know a couple guys that drive on like 2-3-4 hour rest. They got those glider trucks. They're on paper logs. So they are taking advantage. There goes Schneider. Yeah, every mid-sized company, they're good. You know, every company that has up to like 50 trucks, 100 trucks max. I prefer anywhere between 30 and 50 trucks. That is a nice company. The company that I'm with, we got about 30, 35 trucks, so they keep everybody busy, you know. Nobody's waiting at the truck stops for loads. You need a job? You mean a driving job, or what kind of a job? I was with a company that had about 300 trucks. They just couldn't keep everybody on the road. There were not enough loads for everybody. So I was like, screw this, man. I'm just gonna go down to a smaller carrier. How much experience do you have with Divine? We need 2 years where I'm at. 2 years of experience. And they gotta be able to verify it, so they will verify. Yeah, my truck's a Volvo, yeah. My truck's a Volvo. It's a 24. I picked it up brand new from the dealership 2 years ago, and I already put 291,000 miles on it in 2 years. So that's about 145,000 a year average. So that tells you these guys are keeping me busy. I picked it up August 1st, 2 years ago. And here we are, like 25 months later. Truck had only like 200 miles from the dealership from the factory to the dealership. So I picked it up with 200 miles, and we are at 291. So I did about 145,000 miles a year on average. So yeah, these guys are keeping me busy. $0.48 a mile. You'll find that job in 10 minutes. Carriers are gonna fight for you to give you 48 cents. 48 cents a mile. That is like from that rate is from 2010, 2011. I was getting 45 cents. I was getting in 2009. I was getting 45. Is this truck gay? No, it's not. It's a nice truck. Peterbilt. Divine. Why don't you go in one of my videos and leave a comment with your info, and I'll hit you up when I'm done with the live. Just pick the last video that I uploaded and just leave a comment in there with your info, and I'll get back to you. Man, screw Dollar Tree, man. If you wanna go do 48 cents a mile OTR, you might as well go work in McDonald's or Walmart. You're gonna make the same money and be home every day. If you wanna settle for 48 cents, which I know you are joking, you cannot be serious. Here, work for these guys. They'll pay you 48 cents right there. They'll give you 48. No questions asked. Didn't you say you had an account for John Deere? Go work for, you can just work for them directly and pull their loads. Come on, JB Hunt, don't hit nobody. I don't think the cop is coming back. I think he had enough. Now that's gay. Generation mess. I am in Peoria, Illinois. Sorry, my comments got stuck. I didn't see it. Yeah, it's getting dark pretty quick. This is some, I believe it's a Kenworth that's next to me. Man, everybody's gay to you. What's with that? Nobody was looking at me. My comments, they got just stuck for some reason, so I had to scroll down. I don't know, I didn't see nobody. Should I be concerned? Maybe it was diner, whatever that shit is. Is that guy gay? That is a fake ass truck driver. I guess they gotta make a living too, man. let's just leave them alone. But I just hate the fact, when I pull in at night to a truck stop and I see like 5-6 of them taking up our spots. That's the only thing I don't like about them, but everything else I don't care. Well, if he's trying to open my door, I have a big surprise for him. So, what's up, Eric? Ain't nobody gonna come at my door, that's for sure. I mean, he can try, but he'll find out pretty quick. I always have something next to my seat. So if anybody wants to come up and try something, he'll find out the hard way. No, Eric, I'm in Illinois. I'm like 2 hours south of Chicago, Peoria, Illinois. So I haven't been in Texas in a while, to be honest. It's been a while because I was busy with the West Coast. I was in Idaho, I was in California, Washington State. So I haven't been lately in Texas. But I hope they'll send me down soon because I kind of missed it. I just came out of New York City. I had a delivery Monday there I had one stop in Bronx and I had one stop in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna stop down local too in a couple of months. Yeah, I was in New York City Monday. Not in New York City, but I was in Bronx and I was in Brooklyn. That's nice. That's a perfect shift. My last local job, I usually started around 4:35 in the morning, and I would end like 3:30 in the afternoon, which was really nice. But they relocated out of it. They went from Illinois down to Florida, so they relocated, and I didn't want to move down there. But it was a nice local job. Yeah, they moved down to Florida. I don't know what possessed them to move out of Chicago down to Florida, but hey, it is what it is. Where in Texas are you exactly? I know Texas like back of my pocket. 10 minutes out. Oh, Dallas area. Okay. Yeah, I know Dallas pretty good, man. I was in Dallas, Houston. I was pretty much in the whole Texas delivering stuff. Alright, Trump, sounds good. Yeah, I did couple runs out of Georgia, John Deere. I had some stops here in Illinois. Man, that stretch is horrible, man. I know what you're talking about. From well, actually, it starts in Austin. That for me, it starts in Austin always, like 5 miles south of Austin, and all the way up to pretty much Waco. I don't know, man. Texas is overcrowded, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I usually do too. But Austin, man, it's horrible, man. It seems to me they'll never finish that construction, man. It's always something going on there. Last time I was in Texas, I was down in El Paso. I was at that military base. Delivering some stuff to the military. No, I don't. We have this contract with the military, so we deliver stuff down to El Paso. We deliver pretty much, there's Oklahoma, South Carolina, Georgia. There are a few military places that we go to. No, usually when you get there, you gotta find the truck entrance. So when you get there, you park on a side. You go inside to check to check in with them, and they'll usually run your background right there on the spot. And if you clear security, they'll give you a daily pass or a weekly pass, depends how long how long you need to be there. So with that pass, every time you come in, you gotta show them the pass, and every time you come in, you gotta get out, open the hood. They gotta search the truck, inspect the truck. So pretty much, if your record is clean, they'll let you through. But if you have anything on your record, criminals, they'll refuse you right on the spot. So usually our company sends down drivers with clean record. There's like a couple guys in our company that have like clean record, so we usually do them. But if you have anything in your record criminal wise, don't even bother going there, because they'll refuse you. That's about it. But you need the TWIC. That's you need that. If you go like to the port of entry, then you need a quick twig. But if you don't have a twig, you gotta pay like $20 escort fee, and they'll escort you where you gotta go. So, but the twig, you don't need that for military. They'll all you need is make sure your record is clean, criminal record. So you're entering government property. Hi, Pablo. Thank you, Pablo. Yeah, flatbed can be hard, man, especially in the winter time. Even in the summertime, I know down in Texas, it gets pretty hot. Yeah, flatbed is rough, man. I don't know. Kudos to the drivers that do it. I personally would never do flatbed. Whoever does them, my hats off. But me personally, I would not be able to do it. It's just a hassle, man. You gotta tarp it, you gotta untarp it, you gotta, you know the drill. Yeah, hopefully you'll find something, man. Hopefully it works out. Yeah, sure does. I know. Once I'm ready to step down, my brother, he works in ABF. So once I'm ready to settle down, he's gonna recommend me to ABF, their union. So they really got good benefits. They really got, it's a really good company. They keep him busy. And there is a cop. Let's see how long it's gonna take for him to nail the next guy. He already got 4 people for speed. See how he hides behind the bush, and all the people that come, from this road this way. There's no way for them to see him. So he already nailed 4 people that I'm aware of. Let's see how long it's gonna take for the next guy. I give it about 5 minutes. No, it's not DOT, it's a city cop. He's watching the speed limit on the cars. So he already nailed four cars that I'm aware of while I was in this life. So I guess he went for lunch. Now he's back. It's not a DOT cop, it's a local cop. Ah, you mean how is DOT here? They're okay. As long as you have your stuff together, they're not gonna mess with you. They might pull you in here and there, but nothing, oh my god, he'll just, if he wants to do an inspection, he'll do an inspection and he'll let you go. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you have your stuff together, if your equipment is safe, then they're not gonna mess with you. But they do pull in drivers often now because of the English testing. I got pulled in when was that, 2 weeks ago in Idaho, and they did that English test on me. So you'll see more and more trucks on the scales because of that rule. Especially down in Texas and Florida, I can imagine. I read they already deported so many drivers that were not speaking English. They already did 3 times on me. They did once in Idaho, they did once in Illinois, and they did once in New York. So they already did it 3 times to me. I mean, to be honest, if you can't read, if you can't speak the language, you should not be driving. I understand you want to make a living and feed your family, but you should not be doing in this big rig if you cannot read the signs. That's how people end up in wrecks, and they hit the bridge, end up in a residential area. I understand you want to provide for your family, but you should do so in an industry that that's not this serious as truck industry. You gotta have 4 eyes open while you're driving down the road, man. You know it, because you gotta watch yourself, you gotta watch other cars too. And if you cannot read the signs, if you cannot read what's posted, I know so many guys throughout the years that didn't know the language. They end up under the bridge, they end up in a residential area, tearing up down the power hole. They yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least know the basics, Even I don't know. I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest. I don't blame the drivers. I blame the companies that hire them. Of course, every driver is gonna try to get in a truck and make some money. I don't blame them. I blame the companies that hire them. so many wrecks, so many accidents happen lately because of that, you know. Just the latest that happened down in Florida at the turnpike. Yeah, they do. But now they're stuck. Now they revoked all the visas from those drivers, and they cannot come in anymore. I mean, they can come in, but they cannot drive. So they pretty much revoked all the visas from people that come, you know, from Russia, Ukraine. So now I know a lot of companies up here. I'm from Chicago. I know a lot of companies up here. They're pretty much screwed. They were paying those guys about 30 cents a mile, taking advantage of them, you know. And they got ahead of themselves, and they bought all these trucks, 150, 200 trucks. Now all the drivers that their visas are revoked, you know, they're done. They need to go back. And now all the owners, they are stuck with these trucks. They don't know what to do. So pretty much most of them are gonna either run out of business, sell their equipment, or I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah, 30 cents a mile, man. 30 cents a mile. And the drivers were happy because they were making here in like 3-4 days. It will be equal what they were making over there in a month. So, you know, they didn't know nothing about, you know, trucking industry here. So they came over and they settled whatever they were offered. And all these companies that were taking advantage of them, now that their visas are revoked, now that they have to go back, now all these owners, they are used on this kind of, you know, work, and, you know, they're like, I just cannot afford to hire somebody from here and give him like 65 cents. I'm like, well, no shit. Yeah, and they were running illegally too, you know. So that's another point. And now all these owners, they're stuck with these trucks, with the trailers, with all this equipment, with no drivers. And a lot of them, you know, they need to have either, you know, return the equipment, sell it, or, you know, just shut down. Yeah, I mean, they were doing a bunch of stuff here, man. But everything came to an end, man. Once the new rule passed, you know, people that the drivers needed to speak English. I mean, once Arkansas started with it, you know, everybody else followed. And now all these companies, they're pretty much stuck with no drivers. And all the trucks are on the lot. A lot of companies shut down in Chicago that I know. Yeah, man, 30 cents a mile, that rate was paying back in 2001, 2002. I know when I started in 2006, I started with JB Hunt, they were giving me 34 cents. Hi, Alex.